I'm not proposing to you. It's more of a will you marry me because we're not getting younger type of thing.
And that's the reason.
But why won't you marry me? What are you?
Her caption to this video actually said that he begged her not to post this online. So even he was trying to spare her from the embarrassment. Ladies, before you take pancake batter and spell out the words, "Will you marry me?" and present it on a plate to your long-term boyfriend and ask him why he hasn't married you, just grab your things and move on. He knows that you want to be married. He knows that you're expecting a relationship to go in a certain way. You should never have to ask a man. You should never have to ask him. You should have in your mind a certain amount of time that you're willing to wait. And when that time has elapsed, then you realize, you know what? You tell him the relationship isn't progressing the way that I thought it would, the way that I hoped that it would. And I don't want to give this any more time. I know that it's easier said than done. But the last thing you want to be doing is begging the man. And look how he's taking a breath like, oh, he's looking very much like, here we go again. It makes me feel like, how many times have you asked this man to marry you? Clearly he doesn't want to if he hasn't asked. You don't want it like this. You don't want a proposal that you had to beg or manipulate or guilt trip out of a man. Because then you'll always have to wonder, did he marry me because he actually loved me or because I asked him to? You want it to be his idea. You want him to be head over heels, can't marry you fast enough. Like, you don't want it like this. You don't want to have begged and pleaded for it. A man always wants to feel like a decision this big was his idea. It's like, some men will actually take the bait and they will marry you because you keep pressuring them. And I just made a video that went viral recently about how these men were like shoving wedding cake in their wives' faces. One wrestled a woman down to the ground. Another one in his vows, he was saying all this disrespectful stuff to his new wife. Some of them will marry you due to the pressure, but they'll never let you forget that it was your idea. And I'll be real with you. One of the main reasons why a man won't marry you is because he doesn't have to. Because you're giving him all of the wife treatment without actually having to be a wife. You're cooking for him, cleaning for him, being intimate with him. You live together. You have kids together. You've bought a house together. You own a business together. You share a same bank account. Like some of you are doing all of the things. There is nothing on the other side. He's getting every single thing that he could ever think of that he would ever get from you as a wife without having to make you one. And he won't. Like, there should always be some things that are reserved for a husband where he knows that if I want to take it to that level, I'm gonna have to marry this girl. But when you do all the things, like, that's why he don't want to marry you. Like, why should he? Y'all are doing too much for these boyfriends. And that's why they're happy. They'll be your boyfriend for the rest of their lives if you let them.